Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Aurora. Welcome back
To Aurora Health Hustle.
Yes.
Welcome, Felicia.
Hey, Miss Lynda. How you doing, girl?
I am doing so great.
It's been 2 weeks.
It has.
Since we've been sitting at the table.
Yes, since we sat at this table. We skipped an episode, guys. We apologize.
If they were keeping up.
Yeah, if they were keeping up.
So this is February. Obviously, we are closing out February. This is the last show of the month. And just to give a quick recap of what we've been talking about in February, obviously we know this is the month of love. We've been talking a lot about self-love, breaking cycles and protecting your peace and setting boundaries. And today, we're going to take it a little deeper, just a little bit deeper today, because there is something that has been building, or I should say, I don't want to say that has been, but I think always builds quietly when we talk about boundaries, and that is resentment.
Yes.
Let's just take it from this stance. Resentment is not something that you experience overnight. It's not something that just happens all of a sudden. It builds over time because you are allowing yourself to do things that you don't want to do.
That you don't want to do. And I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm just kidding.
Is this going to be
That's why you're leading this topic, because I can't talk about this topic. Sorry. Sorry, but not sorry.
This episode, I think, is going to hit a nerve.
It already did. I'm just kidding.
When I look at your face, I don't know why you be cracking me up, because I can feel the energy, and I'm already knowing certain things that you're thinking, where your mind is going when we're talking about this subject. But to add more color around resentment, and when we are doing things that we don't necessarily want to do, imagine in your mind when you're talking to somebody or just dealing with somebody that you're just like, oh my God, this drama. What do you feel in the moment of that? You kind of go through the motions.
Well, let me tell you. You're asking me how I what Well, what I go through.
Well, let's talk about it let's talk about it from this standpoint. What are you doing in the moment when you think the resentment is building? Building. Like, what's happening for you, or what are you going through?
I'm about to say yes, because I feel bad. That's what's happening, and that needs to stop.
Girl.
So I'm listening, and I'm like,
it's so loaded.
And yes,
I love it.
It's overloaded because I'm just like, oh my gosh, what can I do that's the first thing. What can I do to help this person in this situation? Forget about what going through in my life. So me putting my life on the line, literally, and I'm like, oh man, and I look back and I'm like, what is going on, Lynda? Stop.
And the thing is, and we've talked about this before, and I think generally, if you are a person, you just genuinely have an amazing heart, yes, and you want to see people succeed. And I like to think that most people are that way, but
I used to think like that until
what
happened was that's when rock bottom hit for Lynda. I was like, oh dang, this is what happens, and when you put your heart on your sleeve. Okay.
We over here, it's some inside jokes we got going on here. This is why when I look at her, because we've had our own conversations and our own challenges. We've had our own challenges.
This is the host today.
On this subject matter, but this is why it's so incredibly important for us to talk about it, because I don't think I feel like you're almost not human if you're not experiencing this on some level with someone, whether it's a friend, a family member.
But majority people put it like no.
Yeah.
Then you got the people that, okay, what can I help with?
But the thing is, for me, is I think generally speaking, unless you get to that point where you've had to implement because of your own sanity or your own peace of mind and all the things, I think we can come up with so many examples of this, Lynda, where it's just like, good example this weekend, where I'm sitting here thinking, oh, I got it, like a request came in And I sat there and I said, and this is just how human we are, because sometimes our brains are on autopilot with it. And a request came in that I could not honor. And I knew I could not honor it. And I said to the person, I'm like, yeah, I cannot do that. Because instinctively, I know I don't have time to do that. And then the person was like, well, you know, it really will help me if you could do it today, or you could do it, blah, blah, blah. And I said, didn't I just say I could not? And this is playing in the back of your mind. And I'm like, didn't I just say, family member, didn't I just say I cannot do this today? And then some kind of way it still ended up being part of yesterday's agenda. It just didn't happen when they wanted it to happen. So it was almost like a partial. Yep. I had a boundary. You still got what you want, but I still kind of got what I want, because it wasn't at that moment when you wanted it. Yeah. I pushed it back. I'm like, yeah, I can't do that right now. Though I couldn't do it yesterday. That's setting period. A boundary. So my point is, we have to take small steps to get there, because sometimes some people still have not even, they're like, oh, I can't do it because it's my mom. Oh, I can't do it because it's my cousin. Oh, I can't do it. It's because my sister, and she's a single mom and she can't have. Listen. Okay?
I know.
These people know what your value is. They know what you bring to the table. They know they can rely on you for those things.
But it's your fault.
Yes.
We got to own it. And that's why I'm like, I own it.
Let me ask you this question.
I'm going to disown it starting now.
How accessible are you?
Woo! I used to be very accessible. Hold up.
And that, I think everybody at home that are watching live, ask yourself, and there's a little self-reflection we'll have at the end of this. But I think start asking your question, how accessible am I to everybody? And how accessible am I to myself for the things I need to do for me? And what is the priority list of those things? Is my stuff always coming at the end?
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, I thought you said first, like, nope. But yeah, at the end, yes. We forget that what we got to do for ourselves. 100%. Because you're like, you want to help this person, either if it was to pick up something or grab something or do something or email, whatever. Flyer.
And it's at the expense of your time, your energy, it's like, okay, well, maybe I can run over there. Oh my God. And then you rolling your eyes.
Then you get mad. Then you got attitude. That's your fault.
That is how resentment builds.
That's where resentment
and
comes.
Let's throw some more examples out there for our viewers. So how resentment actually builds, it builds when, and we've already kind of touched on it, but let's make it very clear and succinct right here. It builds when you keep saying yes when you mean no. You keep picking up the slack for that raggedy cousin or whoever. We're going to call this is real talk. Y'all join the show. That's real talk about your real issues, and we're going to give you some real results. This is real. And I'm sorry if your cousin ain't raggedy. I know some people that are raggedy. Sorry, we're going to just use their word. That
people that are raggedy.
You feel unappreciated, but don't say nothing. You say double zero. Your lips are like, and you say to yourself, let me shut up.
You feel unappreciated. Listen here.
You got something to say about this, Lynda White?
You do this on purpose.
No, it's
because I'm so kidding. No, but this feeling unappreciated is definitely hit.
Is there a story you like to share?
Oh, there are several. We ain't got the time for it. That's going to be on Lynda's exposing podcast. Just kidding, guys.
And really. And one other thing that I will add to this list, and this is, we're talking about how you know when resentment is building when it comes to boundaries. The last one is when you expect people to just know what you need and you do not voice that.
Yeah,
people can't read your mind.
And that's you know what? That's huge in relationships.
Did you feel like a tingle go through the back of your head?
I know all of us wifeys, girlfriends. I know you guys feel that.
Let's continue this conversation, because then what happens?
See, what had happened was
you start noticing everything. 100%. I'm always doing this. This fool ain't never doing that. Why can't they always? Why me? You start asking all these questions.
That's why the R word.
And that is when energy starts to shift.
Change, yep.
You are like,
and it
okay,
feels overwhelming.
Girl.
So overwhelming that your resentment and then you're mad all the time.
Ooh, wait.
And then your energy is just like,
hold
and
up.
it takes over your peace.
Wait a minute. When the phone ring and you see that number, that name pop up, that face pop up on the phone, and you like, man, I just cannot. I can't.
Just rename it blocked.
Right.
I'm just kidding. I don't do that. But
oh, wait. I'm going to tell you something. What I used to do back in the day, and, you know, when I used to, when I was if I was in a relationship or I met a guy, let's just relationship wise, and I met a guy that was a loser, and I changed his name. If he was still somebody that was talking to me,
he's so bad,
and I changed the name Felicia. In the phone to say always broke. Okay.
I'm sorry. Excuse me.
You know, always broke.
Okay.
Car always in the shop. You know, when you were younger and you wait, come on now. We didn't done this in our 20s. Don't be acting like y'all perfect. Oh, and you had that in your phone. Car ain't never got gas.
Oh my God.
Car problem. Like, that was the name.
Yeah.
So when that come up, I'm like, oh no, decline. Because back then you weren't blocking nobody.
Yeah.
You know, there wasn't you still on the Nokia flip phones and and I'm like, always broke.
Razor. Oh my gosh.
So like, get rid of him.
And your health starts getting better. You start feeling better. You're looking better. The stress is not overwhelming your whole body.
And thank you. So that is the key. And I'm glad Miss Lynda White touched on that, because why do we care about resentment? Why do we care about this conversation from a health standpoint? Is because that becomes stored stress in your body.
And your body changes as soon as all that hits.
Oh my God.
That's when you start feeling tired.
Girl.
You feel stressed. Your skin starts looking at. Your insides just feel horrible.
It's everything. It's food.
Everything.
It's sleep. It's
sleep.
It is ultimately how
mental health.
100%.
Yeah.
How you show up in the world is impacted greatly by stress.
Yep.
Because you're holding on. You holding on to all of this.
Resentment.
And this is how people sometimes get to a point when they snap, the entire movement, and they're like, oh God, okay, what's wrong with her today?
Some might say all the time, mess around and find out. Because it's like a ticking time bomb. And that's
100%.
I'm nice until it's about to find out.
Listen,
you know,
and that's what you know. Friends of mine used to have this. You know, it's always the nice and quiet ones that you got to kind of watch, because when people underestimate you, that's the other thing. Because it's she has shit. Yes, and it's like, oh, she ain't gonna do nothing. That idea that the person. Let me throw. Girl, I gotta check time. But it was I don't know if it was a reel. It wasn't called Reel at the time, because we going back. No, or was it on? I don't know if it was a video or whatever. But anyway, it was this girl that was being bullied. Okay, she was on a train, and it was a friend. It was a girl with her. Let's just say. She was trying to bully this girl because she was quiet. She was reserved. She didn't think that the girl would defend herself. And because she never ever came, she never said anything to her. She just let her say, you know how they say sticks and stones may break you, but words will never hurt you. So the girl was just not even giving it any kind of an attention. No, whatever. The girl kept, doing all this stuff, putting her hands all in her face. Yeah, all these things. When I tell you, baby, this girl jumped on this woman and was punching her in her face. And then she was hollering on the train. This was happening on the train. I don't know if it was I'm trying to remember how I remember this.
Yeah.
And she was, get her off of me. She's crazy. Get her off of me. She's crazy.
You made her crazy.
Are you kidding me?
Her.
You, and the energy
You created
she
that.
gave, this, and she was ignoring her. If you'd have saw this, Lynda, you're like,
Man.
oh wow, she is seriously, because it was a heavier girl. But you could see there was a little bit about timidness about the world. But this bully,
I can't stand bullies.
if I could say what I really wanted to say about what happened to this girl on this on this train, and they had to get people to get her off of her.
Wow. Hey, you
So
know what?
my point is, stop underestimating these people that are quiet, that are kind-hearted, because
They'll
listen,
unleash that dragon.
if you keep trying to come for us, and I'm gonna say us because I have a good heart, but I won't get into where I grew up either.
Don't get me started.
My point is, don't play people
think I've
sometimes,
ever showed
and
that
you
side
think that they're
yet.
not going to react because it's built up. That's the point we're getting at behind this whole conversation, is to start implementing things where you just don't have the energy to deal with that person.
And a lot of people, Lynda, you're so nice. Lynda, you don't do this. Why didn't you say something? Why didn't you say no? And I'm like, yeah, you're right. And I'm like, gosh, that's when I'm like, man, why, Lynda, why?
Yeah. And how much time we got? We are good on time. We got about 8 minutes.
Okay.
So the other thing I think we should touch on, because you already started the conversation talking about romantic relationships. What do you want to say about that? I'm gonna let you go on with that.
Ladies,
how do you think this shows up?
This shows up thinking you expect him to know what you think. We are so guilty, ladies.
That part.
I feel sorry for my husband a lot of times. I do.
Real talk.
And I'm like, it took years to realize that he can't read my mind.
Girl.
And
it is that part
as you
right
get
there.
older, you realize, like, dang, I'm not going to say the R word. He was on point. We're always right, ladies. Okay, so let's go there. But we always expect him to know what we want, what we're thinking, what we expect in our head. And we get mad
because they're not acting.
Because they're not what we wanted them to do in our head.
100%.
But men are different. They think different, and that's where that's where you can't be aggressive.
Yes. What's the book? Men are from Mars, women are from Venus.
Yes.
If you have not read that book, let me tell you, that'll set the stage on a lot of things of how you're thinking about things in general. I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, because then that's resentment, frustration,
100%.
stress. Now your marriage is on the line,
Could be because
if y'all
don't ring it
builds.
Right, because then you're like, I'm not talking to him. And then you're like, well, what did I do now? That's like the universal term. What do I do now? And they really don't know.
Yeah, no, they don't know.
They don't be knowing. No. It's like
that's a whole different topic. But yeah, we can. I know all of us women have a lot to say about that type of topic.
Man.
We're not bad-mouthing men, but we're talking about experience.
So, but at the end of the day, it needs to be transparency and needs to be communication, and you need to just say what you need. If you need help,
expect it.
Yes, and if you need help, do the dishes, take out the trash, honey. I have a lot on my plate today. Can you please just do this for me?
And
that's it.
Yes, that's it. And that that's what a lot of relationships do lack. But friendships, I think are really different than relationships, because we can talk. Girls can talk to each other,
in theory.
Yeah.
It depends on the girl.
Upfront,
it depends on the relationship.
because I'm very straightforward.
Yeah, I am too.
I'm very blunt, no sugar. Sometimes it's rude,
listen,
but not rude because I love my friends. But But in a relationship, it's different.
100%. But the key here that I want to say is that I think it needs to be reciprocated. So people come to you for a reason, right?
You got me.
They
You're
come.
like, well, that's what happened in the first topic, resentment.
So they know,
right?
They come to you for a reason. Who are you, that person? Oh, she
Yep,
gives great advice. She encourages me.
Yep.
She gets me off the cliff. I'm ready to cut
there,
somebody.
hey.
When I talk to her, I'm back right down
I was about
here.
to get back to square one again because I said friendships. I'm like, well, it's different. No, it's not the same one.
It's 100%.
Boundaries.
But the question is, how often are those people that are coming to you for all the things supporting you?
That's what I had. Yeah.
When you need something, is it crickets?
Oh, 100%.
When ain't nobody called, like they know what's going on.
Oh, 100%.
But like, okay, she ain't even checked in. Like, what's that about?
Don't get me started.
That's a whole nother conversation.
Stay tuned
entirely.
to Lynda's Exposing podcast.
That's a whole nother topic.
It's a whole different level.
Like that whole.
And I can't make stuff up either. I can't be making stuff
Well,
up.
apparently you do.
I do, apparently. But
And you are the victim.
Right. Don't get me started.
I'm just putting that out there. So stop being the victim, Lynda
I
White.
know.
Hear me? Stop that.
Apparently.
Because it's all you and not nobody else.
I guess. Apparently, I play the victim in every role. So
The thing is, people got to own
I'm
their
like,
stuff.
I ain't got no acting role yet.
People need to own their stuff.
Yeah.
And
You own
everybody, nobody's perfect, and everyone has a part to play in a relationship.
And that's really huge with me. I will own up to my mistakes, and people that know me know that I have.
Yeah.
If I made a mistake, you best believe I will own up to it and apologize.
Yeah.
And move forward, because I always think there's a solution to every problem. I don't want to hold on to problems and resentment, because you got to talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, but that's another.
And I'll just point this part out because I think it's important. Recognize the relationships that bring value to you.
Yes.
Because just because this is somebody you've been rocking with for a while and you all seem to be cool and has some things in common, that does not mean that is your friend.
Yeah. No, and it took a lot. It takes a while for some of us.
Sometimes
to realize that.
it takes a really hard situation,
very hard
to learn that person ain't got your back the way you thought that you had theirs and that the relationship was going towards. So that's just something I want to put out there.
And with business and collaborations and purpose-driven women.
Yeah.
Women.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those of us that have good hearts, we always want to see people win, support each other, help them. That goes back to that.
And the other thing is, like I said, is reciprocating.
Yeah.
If it's a relationship that is meaningful to you, whether it's family, friends, loving, have open dialogue, have communication, make sure you express your needs, get it out. Yeah. So that you're not sitting in a pool of resentment, and that stuff's building, and then you end up going off later, and that just brings more damage that can be avoided.
And we're going to wrap it up.
Yep.
And so that's our topic for today. Everybody sit on that and work on that has been through that type of situation.
Yeah. So take that away from what we said today, guys. Start thinking about your relationships. Where does it show up for you today? Make a list.
Evaluate
Girl, I would all day be writing it down.
Pros and cons.
Am I being sucked the life out of, or is this relationship being valuable? If it's one I really care about, do your work, have communication, and then go from there. I think that's it.
Yes. And real self-love speaks up before it burns out. Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
And so thank you guys for watching Aurora's Health Hustle.
Until next week.
Fridays at 9 a.m.
Have a great weekend.
Yes. Thank you.